Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sanghamitra, welcoming you guys with all my heart one more time. So today again, I'm going to share with you guys one of my interview experiences I have had. It was from MatchX. MatchX is a German-based product company. It's a small size company, I guess, 200 to 300 or even less number of employees. I went through all the rounds, but I didn't crack that particular company. But however, I'm going to share with you guys my interview experience with them, because if you guys try to crack that, you should definitely get some help. So so the first round I have had with MatchX was coding challenge round. So I was given two questions, very difficult Java-based questions, and I was asked to solve them. So the questions I was asked was one was comparatively simpler. I was given an integer array, and I had to add all the numbers in the integer array, multiply it by 2, and then take the largest and the second largest number, multiply them, and then see if that total sum, the multiplied number of the greatest and the second greatest number, if it's greater, then return a Boolean value true, otherwise return it as false, right? So that was one of the question. The other question was kind of permutation of numbers. You had to find the next greatest number from an integer array. So you had to do a lot of rotations and iterations to find which is, if the right number was lesser, then you need to move it to the right side, and you need to iterate and see that the largest number move to the right. So some sort of question like that. It might change in the upcoming days, but those were two questions that were asked. There was no time limit, but there were test cases given, just like HackerRank or any other problem solving site, and you had to run the test case and see if they pass or not. So that was pretty much the first round, post which I was selected and I was moved to the next round. So next was a technical round with I think one of the QA person and the development lead or something. So that went on for an hour. I thought it's going to be hardcore technical, but it was not so much of technical. It was it was more of trying to understand what sort of knowledge I have. So I was asked questions like, well, what's your motivation to switch, or what's your motivation to come all the way to Germany? What are the tools you have worked on? So there were a lot of questions which I was not prepared for typically, because in my mind I had something like technical, and I was asked questions. Initially I was asked like, what is your motivation, and what is it you're expecting from us, and the tools you've worked on and things like that. And eventually it went on to quite a lot of scenario based questions, like you get on a web page you get a 503 or service unavailable error. How do you handle something like that? There's a defect in production and it has come from the end customer team. So how do you handle something like that? What's the test plan, test strategy, differences between them? What is the use of test plan in agile process? Or explain. I was also asked like, explain the agile. Whatever process you do during the sprint from a QA perspective. So I was asked to explain that as well. I was asked a little bit on mobile testing, since I didn't have experience, but I did do a POC. I was asked like, what are things you test as a part of mobile testing? So they typically work in blockchain, and they do a lot of web-based and mobile-based testing. So I think they needed somebody of that kind of experience. So I was asked things like that. So I think where I lagged was, so I was asked like, in the first 1 week, what will be your expectation from us? And I was also asked like, if in a month's time you're going to join us and you need to work on this new technology, a new programming language. They work on Dart, looks like, and totally new framework. So how are you going to prepare yourself for that? and things like that. So I think where I lacked was they asked me questions like what are your expectations from the company. So I think I could have done better. So I was really not prepared for those kind of questions. So when somebody asks you a question like what is your expectation from the company or what are you expecting from us, definitely give an answer that relates to your personal growth, like you're looking forward to growing in the company, sticking around with the company and looking eventually for a growth, or maybe if you want to become a automation architect, so that's what you're looking forward to, and a growth or an experience to learn. So make sure you answer like that. What motivates you, the same, maybe good work, quality work motivates you, or whatever the reason is. So I think that's where I kind of failed to convince them as to what I'm expecting from them, and I don't think they found a really good reason as to why I want to move all the way and things like that. So if you're giving an interview which is not in India and it's out of India based, make sure you prepare yourself for questions like this. Don't just stick on to technical. Don't have the mindset it's just going to be technical, because a lot of organization based or questions of overall what is your mindset, so questions like that can be definitely asked. So yeah, I thought of sharing this quick. So this could be applicable for any company you're looking for you're looking to give an interview which is not based out of India. You can find jobs like this on LinkedIn. There's Stack Overflow. So I thought I'll share my experience with you guys. So that's pretty much I had for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, write down in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and shine bright.